The 12 Months, a Bohemian Fairy Tale. There was once a woman who had in her care 2 children. Katinka, the elder, was the woman's own daughter, and she was as ugly in face as she was in heart. But Dubronka, the younger, who was only a foster child, was both beautiful and good. Now the sight of Dubronka with all her winsome ways made Katinka appear more than ever hateful and ugly. So the mother and daughter were always in a rage with Dubronka. She was made to sweep, cook, wash, sew, spin, weave, cut the grass, and take care of the cow, while Katinka lived like a princess. All this Dubronka did with a great goodwill, but that only made Katinka and her mother the more angry. The better she was, the more plainly did their own wickedness show by contrast, and as they had no wish to do away with their wickedness, they made up their minds to do away with Dubronka. One cold day in January, when frost castles glistened on the window panes and the earth was white with snow, Katinka took a fancy for some violets. She called Dubronka harshly to her and said, "Go to the forest, lazy bones, and bring me a bunch of violets, that I may enjoy their fragrance." "Oh, sister," answered Dubronka gently, "I cannot find you any violets under the snow." But Katinka snapped out angrily, "Hold your tongue and do as I bid you. Go to the forest and bring me back a bunch of violets, or you'll find this door forever slammed in your face." Upon this, Katinka and her mother took Dubronka by the arm, thrust her, without wraps or warm winter clothing, out into the cold, and drew the bolt on her. The poor girl went to the forest weeping sadly. Everything was covered with snow. Soon in all this white and glittering wilderness, Dubronka lost her way and wandered about, famishing with hunger and perishing with cold. Still in her heart she trusted that help would come to one who had done no harm. All at once she saw a light in the distance, a light that glowed in the sky and quivered now again as if from the flickering flame of some mighty fire. With her eyes fixed hopefully on that light, Dubronka climbed toward it. At last she reached the top of a giant rock, and there, about a fire, their figures bright in the light and casting long dark shadows behind, sat 12 motionless figures on 12 great stones. Each figure was wrapped in a long flowing mantle, his head covered with a hood which fell over his eyes. 3 of these mantles were white like the snow, 3 were green with the grass of the meadows, 3 were golden like sheaves of ripe wheat, and 3 were purple as ripened grapes. These 12 figures, who sat there gazing at the fire in perfect silence, were the 12 months of the year.